Oh, that's right.
Here.
That's right. All right.
Yeah.
One last question, please.
Yeah, thank you.
Then I'm
my name is
afraid I
Murali.
won't be able to.
Yeah, my name is Murali Bulusu from Sankhya Technologies.
Yeah.
It's been good hearing, all your.
So be very quick, please. We are
run
out of
sure.
time.
Yeah, sure. If one were to do a quick SWOT analysis and identify the strengths of India, we realize that agriculture and mathematics are the core skills. I mean, the key strengths of India. And technology is a horizontal, we all understand. I think the direction is missing. If we can identify that one goal, for example, let India be the #1 agricultural producing country in the world, that could rally behind the whole number of list of activities, for example, whether it is data centers, whether it is coming up with new devices, whether it's coming up with academic research. So should we identify a goal higher than this ESDM and to align all the activities? That's my question. I think partly the previous question was also in the direction. Thank you.
See, education, health, and agriculture are three things that are going to matter. Any innovation in these spaces will require electronics and sensors intervention, putting the systems together. That intervention will be required. They will automatically result in better agricultural production, value adds, and so on. Agriculture is a very complex subject by itself. The source to the consumer destination and the distance and the chains that you have to maintain are much more complex than electronics in agriculture, even though it might appear very simple. Taking rice from field to consumer is not a simple job. What we are trying to do is, if you increase production, for example, in agriculture, supposing you produce 100 quintals or whatever, per acre, the price is certain level. Then you say, I get so much price, so I increase my productivity. Beyond a point, it becomes actually surplus. Unless you have storage technologies, you can't keep on raising this production. If you do that with the tomatoes, you will have to throw them out, unless you have food processing technology with it. And food processing technology requires refrigeration technology, fine machine technology, storage technology. And all of them require electronics. You have to find out where the pulp is as it is passing. And they are actually made into pulp in transit, so that you don't allow one tomato to destroy the rest of the tomatoes. Those types of things are coming in.
I'd just like a minute on this. This is a very great illustration about how to get collaboration amongst people who care for different things but are part of the same large system. You care for agriculture, he cares for ESDM. Okay? So you said, why not agriculture? We can unite behind it. And I can hear Professor Raghavan saying that, it's good, but it's complicated, and what's wrong with ESDM? And it could be a tool in that. So we have to all figure out that we care for what we care for, and we must do that, because many things are required. But what is a higher thing which we both care about, which we will use as the driving goal for both of what we do there? And I've learned this here, that when you want to get people to collaborate, don't make them sell, firstly, it shall be this. Let everyone say what it shall be. Then say, let's derive out of this. What is the higher goal that all of us are after? And that is going to become the test. So, we can steer ourselves towards that. And we're finding that these are the principles. There are tools for doing this. It can be done. I have started here. And I assure you within 1 hour, this room would come to an agreement of what is the higher goal that we are all in agreement about, for which we will drive. So these are technologies we realize we can make available to people, that this is a process of doing something, of coming to an agreement. Step 1, and do it like this. Step 2, do it like that. And you'll find you're in a different place, actually. Very different place.
So actually, a very good question and a super answer, because I think with this, we'll end up here today. I'd like to thank Mr. Arun Maira and Professor Raghavan for being with us today. Please.
Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. It was indeed a great start for the day. I would request Dr. Satya Gupta to kindly come over and give a memento to Shri Arun Maira. Thank you very much, Shri Arun Maira. And finally, I would request Mr. Rajendra Kumar Khare to kindly come over to give a memento to Professor Raghavan. Thank you very much, Professor S.V. Raghavan. And hopefully a few questions were there, and hopefully our esteemed panelists will have some time to answer them offline. Now we'll break for tea. Do come back in 15 minutes. Thank you very much, and kindly come back quickly.